Hey everyone. Now you're probably wondering how to break into the tech industry as a software engineer, as someone who didn't study computer science, or in my case, data science. I always wanted to become a software engineer, so I wanted to study computer science initially. However, that major was impacted at my university and it was very difficult to get into. So I learned about data science and ended up studying that as my major. With my background in data science, I still wanted to work as a software engineer and applied to many software roles. In this video, I'll share with you my process of how I got a software engineer role as a data scientist. But before we get into all that, I'd really appreciate it if you could hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm to help push this video to others who are interested in data science. Turning the like button blue is a great way to do well to get a software engineer role. So thank you for doing that. And with that said, let's get into the video. So I found out about the job opportunity through a school organization called SHPE, which stands for the Society of Hispanic Professional Engineers. For those who don't know, SHPE is a professional organization primarily focused on providing job and networking opportunities to the Hispanic community. I learned about SHPE during Club Rush, where every a week where every club is on library walk, handing out flyers to everyone to gain awareness of their club and gain new members. So I went to the new member event at the beginning of the quarter and learned about the annual SHIP conference. The convention is made up of five distinct conferences and has something for everyone: pre college, academic, SHPEtinas, SHPETech, and professionals in STEM. Beyond the educational workshops, there are competitions, networking events, and the popular career fair and graduate school Expo. So I applied to the SHIP conference back in 2019, updated my resume, and uploaded it to their resume database. Recruiters reached out if my resume looked good to them. So I got an email shown here before the conference asking up to set up an interview. We set up interviews for certain companies during the conference. So I flew to Arizona while I was still in school and went to the SHIP conference. I spent my entire time prepping for my interviews, having my interviews, and then networking with recruiters from many companies at the main hall. For my current company specifically, I had two interviews. The first interview was on the first day of the conference. It was about 15 minutes due to limited time constraints. From what I remember, I was asked one question about how to reverse a doubly linked list without using pointers. Now, initially, I wasn't sure how to not use pointers, so I talked through my solution using pointers. The interviewer liked my answer, but again asked how to solve it without using pointers. After a few minutes of thinking through possible solutions, I couldn't figure out how to solve it. So then the interviewer asked me what my background was. I was taken aback at first since the situation never happened to me, but I kept my composure and said I was studying data science, which consisted of computer science, statistics, and machine learning. They were interested in my background in machine learning and proceeded to ask me a question about machine learning. I don't remember the specific question, but I know that the interview pivoted to a machine learning focus at this point. After that, there was time left over to ask a couple of questions. I don't remember what questions I asked, but in any case, the interview was finally over. So I walked out of the interview area and back to the main hall to network with recruiters from other companies for the rest of the day. One talking point that I had with recruiters was to hit the like button. By turning the like button blue, you're helping this video get more positive data that will help it get recommended to other people. So thank you for doing that. And with that said, let's get back into the video. So that night, I got an email saying I actually moved on to the next round of interviews, which were held the next day. So I scheduled my interview and prepped for the interview for the rest of that night. The next day, I went back to the interview area for my second interview, which was with a different interviewer. For this interview, the interviewer had a notebook and pen where they drew a rectangle that represented a room and asked me, if there was a robot in the room, how would you program it to always find the door? Honestly, as I'm recording this, I don't remember how I answered that question. If you happen to know the answer, feel free to leave a comment down below so all of us watching can learn how to answer that question. In any case, after that, there was time left over to ask a couple of questions. Again, I don't remember what questions I asked, but in any case, the interview was over. So I walked out of the interview area and back to the main hall to network with recruiters from other companies for the rest of the day. Now, the way I wrapped up the rest of the day and talked with recruiters was to tell them to hit the subscribe button and turn on bell notifications to get notified when my new videos get uploaded. It's completely free to subscribe and you can always undo it later on. So thank you for doing that. And with that said, let's get back into the video. So after the interviews and the conference was over, I flew back to San Diego and continued with school. A few weeks later, I got another email with the heading saying my software engineer job offer was ready for review. I was really excited as soon as I read it since I knew all of my hard work had finally paid off. So, my main takeaways are the following. Not being a computer science major, applying for software engineering roles is okay. For me, I took data structures and algorithms courses that were part of the computer science curriculum at my school. So I had some foundational knowledge of computer science going into each interview, which gave me some confidence and reassurance during the interview. If a recruiter asked me what data science was, I responded by saying it's a combination of computer science, statistics, and machine learning. I then talked about the computer science courses I took. I made sure to include computer science and talk about these courses in my explanation to help the recruiter understand that I still have the foundational knowledge of computer science despite not being a computer science major. It also helped that I included a list of relevant projects in my resume to demonstrate my software skills. If you're interested in learning about how I format my resume, I put a link down below in the description to this video with the video where I cover my resume. Another key takeaway is to go to external conferences and recruiting events outside of your school's career fair. For me, I found that going to these conferences are not only great to speak with recruiters, but also to meet and network with other students from different universities, which may create new friendships for you. Also, I found that the interview process at these conferences were generally easier than the traditional interview process applying online or at a school's career fair. From my experience, these conferences are almost designed to have a relatively quick interview process due to the limited time on the conference and the fact that companies and students are at an event together. Because of these factors, companies are more inclined to hire students too. And the third key takeaway is to be open to meeting new people and put yourself out there. As cliche as it sounds, it's good to get out of your comfort zone and start networking with recruiters, engineers, data scientists, project managers, and other students, and people in whatever profession you prefer. That way, you can learn from their interview and work experiences and get potential job opportunities or referrals and friendships to help get you an interview and potential mentors as well. So that was a run through of how I became a software engineer as a data scientist. I hope this sheds some light on how there are more ways to get a job than just by applying online. Feel free to comment down below if you have any other questions or concerns, and I'll be happy to answer them. Now, once you get your new job, you could get started with investing in stocks by using my Webull link down below, and you'll get 2 free stocks when you deposit $100. You can also get started with investing with Bitcoin and other crypto by using my BlockFi link down below and get up to $250 in free crypto. So I hope you found a lot of value from this video. If you found this video helpful, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell to get notified when my videos get uploaded. Also, comment down below what you learned from this video and what other topics you want to see. And share this video with anyone interested in learning about data science. And follow me on my socials for even more data science content. That's it. Thanks for watching. Take care.